Hear weather twice an hour or online anytime at DeWittDailyNews.com. Currently, it's 46.
Now that the weather is turning colder, who's needing a new coat? At Love It Once More Thrift Store in Clinton, we have all our coats on sale this month for 20% off. This is Connie encouraging you to shop early for the best selection and to check out our Facebook page or DeWittDailyNews.com.
Hi, this is Ryan Utterback at Utterback Real Estate, and we've got you covered.
It's finally time for pumpkin spice and coveralls.
No, I mean covering all of our buyers and sellers' needs.
Like pumpkin spice coffee and caramel covered apples.
And that's why you're the other Ryan.
Get covered by clicking the Utterback Real Estate icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
A sports injury takes the fun out of sports any time of year. Hi, I'm Paul Scarron, CEO of Warner Hospital and Health Services in Clinton. All of our PT folks are trained in lots of specialties, just like a bigger facility, to get you back in the game from a sports injury, or if you're in need of any other physical therapy your doctor prescribes. We offer quality, compassionate care close to home, so don't go out of town. Come see us at the Warner Hospital and Health Services Physical Therapy Department, and we'll get you back in the game.
Life is uncertain. Stop in and see me, State Farm Agent Jason France, on the west side of the Clinton Square, or click our icon at DeWittDailyNews.com and see how our full lineup of State Farm insurance and financial services can help protect your family.
Local farm broadcaster Jared White covers the local agriculture news you need to know. Hear his reports by downloading the free WHOW mobile app.
Your local radio stations are here for you. No subscriptions or monthly fees necessary. We're here to give you the news, weather, and traffic you need, and the music you love. But if the foreign-owned record labels get their way, it could stop the music. They want Congress to force radio stations to pay them more money, simply to play their music. Don't let radio go silent. Text LOCAL to 52886 and tell Congress to protect local radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Top of the morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show is streaming today to Facebook and YouTube. It's brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. My guest in this segment of the morning show is Michelle Witzke. She is the founder. Are you the CEO now of the Vault in Clinton? Like, how do you title yourself now?
What am I? I am, yes, the founder. I'm the Community Connections Coordinator.
There you go.
That's a fancy volunteer staff title.
Yeah.
And then president of the board.
All right. So, we'll call you the president of the Vault.
That sounds a little too fancy, but that's
it is what it is, Michelle. I mean, you're fancy, okay?
No.
Yes.
No, definitely not.
All right. Well, at any rate, Michelle, it's good to have you back, by the way.
Thank you.
Good to see you again. Thanks for making time for us.
See you.
Definitely. Hey, I want to talk about impact the Vault is making. I know that Tammy comes in and she is so passionate about this, and she loves this. She loves the kids, and she loves the things that the Vault is doing for the kids. Mm-hmm. We don't get to hear from you much. You know, you kind of get the step back and oversee everything and watch everything kind of play itself out. What does the impact look like from your perspective these days?
You know, it's so much more than I even imagined. And every day, I mean, honestly, I kind of step back sometimes and have to choke back the tears because I'm like, wow, in just a few years, look how far we've come, and my amazing staff. So yeah, I see all the kids. We've got over 200 kids a week, but for me, it's not really about the numbers. I mean, we could have 15 kids. If we're making an impact in 15 kids' lives, it's worth it. But just to have that number is pretty cool. But what really shows me that we're making a difference is when I see individual kids' lives changing, when I see them thriving where they may not have been thriving before. That just it gets me every time I think about it. So,
anything specific come to mind as you talked this morning?
Yeah, I have a few kids that just jump into my head right away that obviously for confidentiality, I can't share names and specifics, but there's one student, a junior high student that started coming, and he was the kind of kid that would just sort of stand against the wall and looked so scared and nervous, no self-confidence, just was timid, afraid to try anything, didn't talk to other kids. And of course, I'm like, I have radar for kids like that. Like, I'm just
Right.
like right on them, like, hey, how you doing? And just
Yeah.
trying to connect. So I got him to play pool with me.
Mhm.
And he was just so like, I don't know, I'm not good. And I just kept encouraging him, like, look, you're getting so much better already. You've got this. And started introducing him to other kids and getting him to try different things. And he slowly started doing so much more. And his mom came in just a few weeks later, maybe even just a couple weeks later, and she was like, what did you do to my kid?
Yeah.
I was like, what I do? And she's
That's
like,
not a question you want asked of you, right?
Like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
And she's like, he would not leave home. He hates school. He doesn't get along with kids. He's so like no self-confidence. He won't try anything. He just sits at home. And she said he insists on coming to the vault every time it's open for him.
Great.
And she's like, I just can't believe it. I don't recognize him. And he's like happy and he has friends.
Yeah.
And so that makes me super happy. Also, we have crisis resources. So I shared with mom, like, I mean, obviously we do see he could use a little bit of extra help. So told her about the counseling resources, and she immediately got him connected with counseling. So now he's also in counseling.
Great.
And you can find him playing gaga ball now and just like being a regular kid.
Yeah.
And I mean, we still need to encourage him and stuff, but it's so cool to see that happen.
Yeah, it's funny. You talked about engaging him right away and him saying, I'm not good at this. I'm not good at that. It's so funny how we have, I don't know if we instill it as parents in our kids or if it's a societal mindset. Maybe it comes from school. Like, I have to be good at this to do it. You know what I mean? And it's like, you don't have to be good at things to have fun. And it's, I don't know, something you said there clicked with me that it's like, kids just don't understand. You don't have to be good at something to have fun with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I say that. That's on point. I say that a lot. Like, let's just have fun. Who cares if you're good?
Right.
If
Exactly.
you're having a good time. Same with karaoke. They'll say, I can't sing. I'm like, who cares? Get
It's
up there,
karaoke.
have fun.
That's the whole point of karaoke is you can't sing. So no doubt.
Yeah. And we've got, so another story that comes to my mind is a high school girl. And she was one that would be back in what the kids call the funky corner, way in the back. And she would just sit all by herself, kind of on her phone, not talking to anyone. And again, our mentors are trained to, find kids that kind of look like they might need to talk or might need help engaging. And so our mentors were very consistent to check on her whenever she would come. She just didn't want to, nope, I'm fine. And she looked kind of angry and kind of like, just leave me alone. Well, we persisted in a nice, not annoying, hopefully way. And eventually, fast forward, she is one of our most active high school students.
Oh, wow.
And again, we didn't know her backstory. Mom came in and talked to one of our staff members and said, thank you so much. When she started coming, she said it was because I forced her to go to the vault.
Right.
She was depressed. She was having suicidal thoughts.
Oh, no.
She had a loss of a family member that she was really close to. And so she dropped out of sports. She wasn't doing anything but staying in bed.
Wow.
And so mom forced her to come. That's why she didn't look super happy when she was in the back corner. First,
Yeah.
she was like, I don't want to be here. But our mentors are so great and they didn't give up on her. And she is just, again, another one that's thriving now. And mom said, thank you so much. She's like getting back into her sports and she loves coming to the vault.
That's great.
Yeah. So it just warms my heart
Definitely.
to know that those kinds of things are happening.
Sure. Michelle Witzke is the executive or is the community connections coordinator with the vault and president of the vault in studio with us for today. You talk about a lot of the things the kids are going through right now, Michelle. How much of it do you attribute to just issues teenagers face? Is some of this related to the pandemic when they couldn't be together? And so maybe those, social development things aren't, maybe where they should be. What do you attribute some of these things to?
Oh, yeah, for sure. The pandemic has had an effect on the kids, just not even remembering how to socialize sometimes
Right.
and just feeling sad and depressed. Depression, anxiety is huge. The social isolation. So having the vault for them is amazing to be able to connect there. But we see a lot of like just kids that have a lot of family troubles that for one reason or another, they feel invisible, or they feel like low confidence, or they are being bounced from house to house to house. We have a lot of kids with dads in prison, which is really interesting. So we really try to connect our male mentors with those young men, especially who have the dads in prison, to like give them a positive male role model. So yeah, a lot of family issues.
And I'll tell you what, I think one of the more underrated things happening in our society is the crumbling of the family structure. You know, divorce, you talk about fathers in prison, you know, just, you know, single parent households just in general. Like, I think that is a very underrated part of some of the issues our kids face right now. Is there's just so much of that. And as a society, we're having to make up for it in a lot of ways.
Yeah, for sure. Do I have time for another story?
Please. Yes, absolutely. Oh yeah,
Okay.
we've got time.
Okay, cool. So there's another student, a junior higher, and he was coming kind of like on and off last year, and this year, you know, just a little bit less. And I saw him, like, we could see him out on the streets kind of connecting with some kids that might not be leading him down the right path. And so we're getting really worried about him. Well, sometimes we plan offsite excursions to give the kids a different experience. And so we planned an offsite excursion, including him and some of our student ambassadors and some positive influences and one of our male mentors. So we went on this offsite we planned the offsite excursion. Mom said he could go. He said he could go. It was all set up. Day comes, he doesn't show up. Like, no, this was mostly for you. You need to be here. So we talked with the kids, like, what should we do? He's not here. And they're like, let's just go to his house and knock on his door and make sure he knows that he is wanted. And so we did exactly that. We went and we knocked on the door. He actually answered, and the kids, they led the way. The kids were like, come on, we're ready to go. Let's go. We want you. And he was like, oh, are you sure? And yeah, so anyway, he ended up coming and he was kind of quiet, but fast forwarding for the sake of time, he just was giggling and laughing and having a great time with the kids on the way back home, and really made some good, strong connections. And he is there at the vault now almost every single time we're open. And his personality has changed. He was kind of like one of those Eeyore sort of kids before. It was like, woe is me and everything's terrible. And he is just lit up. He did have a pretty serious family tragedy, so it's understandable, but he knows that we love him. He's got friends there now, and it's just so amazing to see the change in him as well. So we get creative sometimes to try to reach our kids.
Well, and it sounds like it's that sense of belonging that kids find at the vault that is making what you're doing so successful. Is that fair to say, you think?
Yeah, because he just kind of sit by himself and be sad and say that life was terrible and didn't really have connections. And so it seemed like that's what he really needed, was just to see that, no, there are kids that really want to hang out with you and like you.
Right. For a lot of kids, that's the thing. You know, they need someone to say, we accept you the way you are. Come in, you know, be with us, come and do things with us. You know what I mean? Like that's a big thing for probably a lot of kids. What age was that, if you don't mind me asking?
Junior high boy.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that age where you better get him now.
Yeah. No kidding. No kidding. So what are you know, Michelle, when it comes to the kids that you're getting into the vault, is it word of mouth thing? I mean, you've talked a lot about, you know, parents wanting kids to go so they show up, and then there's that transformation process and those things. But how are kids coming to the vault? Is it that referral? Is it that, you know, parents making them? What are you finding?
I think it's a lot of word. I mean, we advertise a lot, but I think a lot of it is word of mouth, just one kid telling another kid. And we do have student ambassadors that kind of spread the word in school and try to invite friends. But I'd say it's probably mostly kids that are enjoying their experience and they invite their friends to come along.
Sure. Well, anything else from you on just student impact, the things going on there you want to put out there for us?
Do I have a minute to give a shout out to my staff?
Yes, please do.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh, because this wouldn't happen without them.
Mhm.
Just starting with Tammy, our executive. I mean, you know her, you love her, you see how fun she is. She's
Mhm.
so much fun, and
Mhm.
everything she touches becomes gold.
Mhm.
She is amazing, and I just thank God every day that she agreed to be a part of this. I'm so thankful. And we have Jason and McKenna.
Mhm.
There are youthful staff. You know, Tammy and I are in our 50s and 60s.
Mhm.
And while we can get things done and put things together, we sometimes don't know what the heck the kids are talking about. So
Right.
we wanted some younger people to be on staff that really could connect with the kids better.
Sure.
And I wish you could be a fly on the wall and see them. They have such wisdom for their age,
Mhm.
especially being in their middle 20s.
Mhm.
The way they connect with the kids and love on them and pour wisdom into them is unbelievable.
Right.
We're so blessed to have them. And then Wendy is our administrative assistant. I think you've met her before.
Sure.
She is what I call my great big bottle of extra strength Tylenol because she takes away every headache that I ever have and anyone else on staff. She
Mhm.
just knows how to take a problem, make some jokes to relax us from freaking out,
Mhm.
and then she fixes it.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Very good. Very good. Where do folks go to learn about all things the Vault in Clinton?
All things the vault. There are several different ways.
We'll throw them all at
You
us.
can call us at 217-934-4003. If you have a question, you can go to our website, which is tons of information right there, which is thevaultclinton.org. You can hear our whole story and read about everything going on
Mhm.
on the website. And Facebook is at the Vault Clinton.
Sure.
Yep. So
all
those
right.
are the big ways.
All
and
right.
Instagram.
Michelle Witzke, the Vault in Clinton, our guest in studio. More to come with her on the WHOW Morning Show.
WHOW.
Let's check the opening numbers now at the Chicago Board of Trade on this Wednesday. I'm Jim Taylor for the RFD Radio Network. Corn, beans, and wheat starting the day lower. December corn 685 3/4 down 12. March corn opening 691 down 11.5. May corn down 11, 690 3/4. November beans 1424 3/4 down 11. January beans down 9.5, 1438 1/4. March beans 1445 3/4 down 8.5. Chicago wheat for December 854 down 48.5. March wheat down 47, 872. May wheat 880.5 down 44 1/4. December bean meal 422.50 down 230. December bean oil 73.65. That's up 28 cents. Let's look at the energy market for this Wednesday. December crude oil 88.15 down 22 cents. Jim Taylor, RFD Radio Network.
Are you a friend of agriculture? This is Scott Baum from Baum Chevrolet Buick in Clinton. We're giving a $500 Friends of Ag discount to anyone that orders a new Chevrolet or Buick to be built just for you this month. Are you a friend of ag? You are if you're a member of any ag organization employed by any ag-related business, including research, inputs, manufacturing, sales, and marketing, and of course, ag education. Come in, order yours today. BaumChevyBuick.com, right from the start.
Clinton Save-A-Lot owner Dave Jackson here with a supply chain update. While we're working as best we can to keep our shelves stocked with the items you need and want every day, we're experiencing never-before-seen interruptions in product availability and delivery, both through Save-A-Lot and our direct suppliers. In most cases, they can't run their production lines due to the lack of workers, plus a shortage of truck drivers. Despite all that, we're working to keep the meat, produce, and other products you buy in stock and on our shelves every day. Your Clinton Save-A-Lot appreciates your business, and we hope to see you soon.
Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
Once again, a good morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHW Morning Show is streaming to Facebook and YouTube. It's brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Michelle Witzke with the Vault in Clinton, my guest in studio. Michelle, tell us about a special Saturday coming up for the Vault. What's going on?
Yes, we have our fall family fundraiser. You know how Tammy likes alliteration.
Yes.
So
yes.
fall family fundraiser.
She's got a fun twist on everything.
She does. She does. So it's on November 12th from 4 to 7. And it's fun because you can invite your whole family, just come to the vault and hang out. You can play ping pong, pool, shuffleboard, carpet ball, bags, do all the fun things that we have at the vault. You could do gaga ball and just hang out, have fun. But we have a ton of really cool things that you can bid on for our auction.
Okay.
And I am personally bringing all of my Christmas money and buying Christmas presents for people because there are some really cool things.
Like what?
A Nintendo Switch with some
All
games
right.
to go with it.
Yeah.
There's a Branson timeshare. There's a boating excursion for a family of 5 or friends of like 5 friends that can come out on the boat and do some tubing and skiing for, I think it's 5 hours.
Wow.
And then there's like scavenger hunts you can bid on. There's furniture like a refinished dresser. There's this really beautiful barrel, like spinning barrel chair you could bid on. T-shirt quilts, some jewelry from Mr. Watkins from Watkins Jewelry.
Cool.
Purple and green. So if you know of anyone that's like, I don't know, into Mardi Gras or something.
Okay.
Like it's really beautiful jewelry
Okay.
to bid on.
Yeah.
Handmade window box planters that were made by our very own students
Okay.
at the vault. You know, your regular things like baked goods and art, like crafty things as well. And you can get your dinner there. So there's pulled pork sandwiches that Rotary is doing for us. Thank you, Rotary. So you can buy pork chop or a pulled pork sandwich and just hang out there. And it is a busy day in Clinton. Lots of things. Your thing is going on.
Yes.
All the things are going on.
Yeah.
But I think it's like a great day to just get up in the morning and say, hey, I'm going to support the local organizations in town and do some Christmas shopping and have some fun with
Definitely.
the family and get up and go do all the things. Just stop by real quick, bid on some items, grab a sandwich, then go to the school play or go to your event that's supporting the care center and, you know, like just do it all and support the community on that day.
Very good. So be a part of it. And again, your event, Michelle, is when? What time?
It's so the online bidding begins on November 5th, this Saturday. So go to our social media and you can start bidding online, but you can come in person and bid on the items on November 12th from 4 to 7 p.m.
All right. Very good. So be a part of that. That's with the vault on Saturday, November 12th. Anything else, Michelle, you want to talk about this morning? What's been going on lately?
Well, if I could give a quick shout out to a couple of people
Please
or
do.
a couple organizations. Texas Christian Church, the tiniest little church, gave us $5,000.
Wow.
Their people are amazing and we're just blown away. And that was the second time this year that they did that. We're just like, what? It's crazy. So we love them and we're so thankful for them. And Constellation Energy gave the vault $5,000 also to support our programming, and we're so thankful for them. And I can never thank Monocles enough because every single Monday night dinner, 50% of their sales supports the vault. Like literally it pays for one of our staff members.
Wow.
So thank you, Randy Martin and Monocles. Can't thank them enough.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
really, really amazing. And if anyone out there is a handyman and wants to help us every once in a while,
Okay.
a volunteer, you know, just come and help us. Like right now we have a toilet that doesn't work.
Oh,
So
no.
just like random things, you know, things get broken. It's a huge facility. Someone that enjoys that, maybe retired, that wants to help out, that would be great.
Awesome. Very good.
Yeah.
So if folks are interested in helping out at the vault, like, can they just stop in? Should they call? How should they go about getting that started?
Either way, it might be better to call than stop in because we might be in the middle of things. I mean, we definitely have people walk in all the time and we'd love to meet you and give you a tour, but probably calling first to make sure it's a good time would be
Okay.
even better.
And your number is?
It's 217-934-4003.
Sure. Are you in need of things right now, Michelle, that are not like facility maintenance related?
Yeah, we have our basketball, our electronic basketball thing downstairs. It stopped working.
Oh, boy.
Tried new batteries and all the things. It's just not, it doesn't keep score anymore. You can still shoot baskets, but it doesn't keep score. So
Okay.
we're looking for a new basketball hoop. They're always random things that are on our wish list. You can see on our website. You
Got
can
it.
go to our wish list. There's always things like toilet paper and copy paper and free snacks for the kids that are needed.
Okay, very good. So check out the Vault's website for that. And Michelle, I'm coming down to the final 30 seconds. Anything on the calendar you want to put out there for us real fast? I know we talked about the fundraiser November 12th. Anything else coming up?
Well, at the end of the month, well, kind of more the beginning of December, we have BizTown's Christmas on the Square.
Right, yes.
Which will be on December 3rd. So again, another kind of neat opportunity to do a little Christmas shopping and Christmas fun.
That's a cool event
during
too.
that event.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Again, the website for the Vault is?
The website is at the Vault Clinton.
Sure.
.org.
All right. Michelle Witzke is with the Vault in Clinton. Our guest in studio today. Network News is next.
The Big 1520 WHOW Clinton 92.